Let's go now to Luanda Nomoy with the latest with regards to this campaign, vaccination campaign called Return to Play. It is in your hands.
We are at the Nelson Mandela Bay Stadium. You know, this stadium has history. It's a world-class stadium. And, you know, during the hard lockdowns of COVID-19, the municipality has also transferred the stadium into a quarantine site. Now things are getting better, you know, with the easing of lockdown restrictions, you know. And now the Deputy President of the country, David Mabuza, is here, you know, on a campaign, you know, themed Return to Play, whereby concerts, music festivals, you know, and sporting codes can get back to normal. We do understand now there's a maximum of 2,000 people that are allowed to converge at soccer stadiums, you know, to watch games. And we have seen that recently in the match against Ethiopia, of Bafana and Ethiopia. But we do understand that we are also still in the pandemic, and we understand that we have recorded more than 350 cases in the last 24 hours as a country. But joining me now is the Deputy Director General of the Department of Health in the Eastern Cape for Clinical Services, Dr. Lita Matiwane. Doc, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time. Just briefly tell us, Doc, you know, in terms of the numbers, we understand that there's been an easing of lockdown restrictions. How has the numbers been so far within the Eastern Cape?
Gqeberha, thank you very much. Currently, the Eastern Cape is out of the third wave. For example, yesterday we only had about 12 cases. Now we are coming down from above 200 plus cases. So now we are comfortable, we're out of the lockdown. We have strategies that have actually assisted us in ensuring that we've moved the province out of the lockdown. And these strategies include the mobilisation, especially in terms of ensuring that our people have early access and can be tested. Even as we speak, we're testing more so that we can ensure that we pick up any residual numbers that are still coming through, so that we can tell our people to go and get treated early, or to be ensured that once they are positive, they quarantine and they protect their loved ones against the COVID.
And also, just for the set targets that the province has, you know, in terms of vaccinations, you know, for this month or before the festive season starts here in December, you know, in terms of your projected numbers, where is the Department of Health in the Eastern Cape with that?
Yeah, currently we're doing okay. We're sitting with 45% of our population already, the targeted population already vaccinated. And we think we are on target, because we have set ourselves a target of 70% by December, and we are at about 64% of that target already. So we are moving in the projectile of saying we will, by the end of the financial year, that is March, we would have reached our full target of vaccinating all the population that we are targeting for the province. As we speak now, we have vaccinated 2.7 million people, and of those, we have 1.5 million are fully vaccinated. So we think that our target is 4.2. So we're really moving in the right direction towards that.
Another concern, Doc, is the number of males that are coming forward to vaccinate. You know, what are some of the programs or plans put in place by the department, you know, to encourage men? Because we've got a high percentage of women who are fully vaccinated in the province, but the issue is with men, you know, coming forward to vaccinate.
As we speak now, we have a ratio of 61:39. That is 61% of the people who are coming through are females and 39 are males. Now, there has been a lot of myths that have driven males to want to move away from vaccination. People have talked about impotence. People have talked about challenges with having babies and so forth. And these are myths that we are busy engaging with our this thing. So we're using and we're in partnership, which is a very good issue, with our stakeholders, especially the traditional leaders. They have come in strongly, and they are especially in the rural areas, coming in and opening up their chief in Dauzabo, so that we can vaccinate in their space. And they are our what do you call those people they are actually the ones who are going out and talking to the communities in their localities, in their imbizos. Also, the faith-based organizations have come out strongly to support us. And even now, today, you will find that there is a chief that is going to be here. There is faith-based organizations. We are talking to youth and men in all spheres We go to the taxi ranks where we know that there are lots of men that are out there, and we engage them and talk to them in the language that they understand, so that they can understand that these myths are not true, and that they can save their families, they can save their loved ones, and they can save the community with vaccination. So that is the strategy that we are pushing in terms of this.
And lastly, Doc, many experts have predicted that the fourth wave will be coming in December, and as the Eastern Cape province, and as the health department in the province, are we geared up if this happens, with the number of vaccinations that are pretty going on, that are well underway in the province? Are we geared up if the fourth wave really hits the Eastern Cape?
Yeah. Look, even with the third wave, you will notice that with the third wave, we have a slow uptake, and we credit the issue of vaccination having started, and also the issue of some form of herd immunity within some form of immunity within the community. Now we have been pushing, we have been engaging. For example, now is the initiation season. We are in partnership as a department with the province as a whole, as led by the Premier, the DG, the Gqeberha, and everybody, to ensure that as we get into the into the initiation season that starts tomorrow, the young ones that are coming in have been tested. The young ones, we have been pushing them to say we want them to vaccinate as much as possible. Obviously, we can't enforce, but we are trying to say encourage them to go and vaccinate. So we are doing that from that side. We have been working with the teachers on the schools to ensure that we start the vaccination of the 12 to the 17, and that has also started to kick in. We have been also working towards to saying we are going to this festive season. There is going to be a lot of people out in the Amalwandle and all those places, and we have been going out with our communication strategy to say let us ensure that people are compliant. They keep to the the mask, the sanitization, washing of hands, keeping social distances, and trying to stay away from interaction as much as possible. So we think that those strategies, and we're working very well in the province, because the Premier leads the Command Council, and the DG on a weekly basis. We sit with all the departments to ensure that we pushing and checking whether we have any areas that are still lagging behind. So one of the strategies is to then identify by sub-district, by locality, if there are any shoots that are coming through, and we quickly put out those fires. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That was Dr. Lita Matiwane from the Department of Health, just briefly outlining the plans that the department has, to curb the oncoming fourth wave for the Eastern Cape province. And as we understand that the Deputy President of South Africa, Dr. David Mabuza, will be here he is actually here, but currently in a briefing, and will also be outlining to us, the reason of his visit to the Eastern Cape today. But from us here, it's back to you in studio.